KLUVradio.com.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the No Holds Barred Show, live Blue Collar Wrestling right here at the North Portland Eagles Lodge. 7611 North Exeter. We're here every Sunday night, 6 p.m. bell time. $12 front row, $10 general admission, $5 kids. I'm joined here by Mr. Matt Legit and Mr. Petrov of the World Powers.
I love me some Gregor Petrov, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
I happen to love myself too.
We got Ken Stillwell coming out here. I'm not moving. Who's moving?
Move me. Good luck.
You try to move me.
Anyway, I have no idea who is on the card this evening because I haven't received it yet.
Well, I like excitement. I like a little bit of mystery in my wrestling show. I like to expect the unexpected, if you will.
Well, if that's the case, let me give you a little spoiler. You already know that I am here. You already know that Keith Atkins is here. I can tell you right now I'm going to lay it down on that man and give him what to and why for tonight.
But are you going to walk away with that title? That's what I want to know.
On June 6th, only we can find out. You know, I've been cutting weight. I've been hitting gym a little bit to slim down, get more better shape to outlast this man.
You do look like you've lost a couple of pounds this evening. Tex Thompson in the house.
We have Eagle Riders helping out with the stations on the road tonight. You gotta thank those people. We got the baby girl over there at the bar. Put together Eagle Riders. Give it up for that. Got our sound people. We got food radio over here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. You're watching Blue Collar Wrestling. I'm Chi-Town Ken, along with Rippin' Roche running the computer board and the sound board. Petrov is here with us, as is Matt Legit. They'll be joining us for this match. We already started the show, Chi-Town Ken.
I kind of figured that. Got a great,
but it's good to have you here.
Great show on tap for you tonight. Matches with a lot of implication tonight. As I understand it, even though Stetson is not medically cleared, he may be told that he has to defend that title, and I don't see how Lone Star can do that when somebody's not medically cleared. He still has 30 days to defend his title, and he's not been out that long. Another match to keep an eye on is Petrov, you and Void in tonight.
Always very physical matches with that man. I hate his guts almost as much as Keith Atkins.
You guys kick the crap out of each other quite a bit here in the wrestling ring of BCW.
But you know what? I'm a legitimate tough guy, and you see that. Void is one of the hardest strikers in this arena.
He's not necessarily big like Vicious, but he's very thick. He's very solid. And while you've come a long, long way, and as Matt had mentioned, you guys have had some real battles, I think tonight's going to be no different. It's going to be a battle.
It is definitely a challenge. I have messages to send to these fans. They don't believe that I can beat Keith Atkins. I will show them I can beat anybody you put in my way.
And here we go.
And speaking of Keith Atkins, he's got the opening match tonight, taking on Mr. Toretto.
And you're just going to stay right here, right, Gregor?
Yes, I'm going to sit right here and watch my competition and study close. Because you know what? The only people that succeed are people that do their homework.
That's right. And Keith Atkins just better not get distracted, because Aries Toretto is a handful himself in that ring. He has been to Ring of Honor. And he is here in Blue Collar Wrestling.
And he has been great addition right here in the middle of the 51% business. You know, we've had plans backfire on us a few times, but you know what? We work well as team.
Thank you, sir. All right. Friday night, June 6th, in this third ring right here, I am putting this Pacific Northwest title on the line against Gregor Petrov. You damn right, boo. Now, Petrov, if he cannot defeat me for this belt, he gets no title shot for 6 months.
Well, there you go.
Oh, looks like they released a little bit of time. It was 1 year.
This was not my idea. The UIWA and the PCW said Petrov has had too many shots. As far as I'm concerned,
It's like 30 chances in the last year.
Been cheated every time, too.
Every time.
Well, for those of you that can't quite hear what Keith Atkins is saying, he says mandated by the UIWA that if Petrov loses, that he will not get another title shot for 6 months.
And I think that's really unfair, Ken. If you want to be honest about it, Chi-Town Ken, that's a little unfair. Not only does Gregor Petrov have the UIWA and their commission to contend with, he's got to contend with the Oregon State's commission, and he's got to contend with the politics here in BCW between the 51% and the 49%.
You know, everybody has problems, and that's not one we're going to solve here at this table. If he's got a beef with that, he's got to take it up at the UIWA.
so what we need to do is we need to get a referee in here, we need to get an opponent in here, somebody who thinks they got the cojones to take this from
As you said, he's
Now you don't want to make it to the fight?
I guess he doesn't want to make it to the fight, Petrov. I think he's a little scared of you. He knows your time is now.
Well, Aries Toretto taking on Keith Atkins. This could be a good match. Two different styles completely.
Now, Ken, I know...
Arietta can take it to the floor. He can take it to the air. Well, Keith, he likes to keep it grounded and on the mat.
Now, Ken, I know you are familiar with all the bylaws of the UIWA, and let me ask you, if Aries Toretto manages to win that North American Championship here tonight, does that mean Gregor Petrov gets a shot at Aries Toretto?
I think it would certainly put him in the same light. It might bump him up a little bit, but...
That last title shot is already booked. I don't care who the champion is. I want to take it from Keith, but I'll take it from any man that night. They want to put stipulations I cannot have titles. Well, you made this one very desperate man.
I think it's just a matter of time before that belt is around your waist, Gregor Petrov.
We can only hope so. Maybe bring more dignity to that belt. You know, I managed to do great things with the YouTube title. 3 times entry in PWI magazine, 7-time YouTube champion as a rookie.
And I know you've been to the Kremlin frequently and trained there. Now, let me ask you a question real quick. How would Putin react if you brought the North American Heavyweight Championship back to Mother Russia?
You know, I'd have to fight different guy. You know, he'd be happy to know that I managed to defeat the entire Pacific Northwest for UIWA. But North American Championship is just a little bit ahead of where I am at now.
Would you be renaming it the Soviet
little,
Championship or the United Russian Championship?
Arietta is getting a little
we will see. I have to worry
spunky.
about winning first. And look at those clubs to the back. Keith Atkins must be thinking that I am in the ring with him. He's
Nice
definitely
suplex
trying to send message with that
by
suplex.
Keith Atkins.
You know, I'll tell you what, Gregor, I have seen more intensity in Keith Atkins in the past few months feuding with you than I have seen in that man in a long time. Look at that!
Shoots him off the rope, gets him with a forearm across the chest.
You know, even Marty Jannetty said that when he was here back in February.
Scoops
he says
him up again.
you will be good for each other. You may hate each other, but you are making each other better competitors.
Put him down with
and
some
the real
force.
winners, as much as I don't care, the real winners
And
are the
Arietta
fans
bails
here.
out of the ring. And taking some time. Going to regroup a little bit. I think he was underestimating Atkins just a touch.
All I'm telling you, Chi-Town Ken, that Keith Atkins, there's a different mentality with this guy now. And I think it's because of Grigor Petrov. I think you brought out the fire in that man again.
Well, I don't know if it was that. I think he has more fire because he has the belt and he wants to keep it. I don't know if it's any one individual that caused that fire or not.
Now let me ask you this, Ken. Which man is bothered to come after him so hard to make him want to fight for that belt? Nobody wants that belt until after I go for it. Now he has challengers come out of woodwork.
So you're saying when he first got it, nobody challenged him?
No, I am saying he had no real competition. You can have match, you can defend your title, but where was his rival? The one that wants to absolutely keep him from that belt. The one that not only wants to take his championship, but take his pride and leave everything that is broken in Keith Atkins in the middle of that ring.
Well, I would say that you're probably more vicious than most of the competitors, but I wouldn't go as far as saying that he has no competition except for you. I think the locker room is full of competition.
Again, you changed my words.
I'm just answering your question.
I did not ask the question. I'm making statements right now. I'm not saying that he not have competition here at BCW. Everybody in this locker room, even down to the new member, Ken James, even he is competition here for BCW. What I mean is he had no rivals.
Comes over. Oh, big splash into the corner on Keith Atkins, and Atkins goes face
you
down.
You can be next one to get the Russian super move.
Okay. Goes for the cover. No pin. Arietta is getting frustrated here.
You mean Aries Toretto, not Arietta.
You're correct. Drop kick.
Quick cover. Come on, T-Rex, get down there.
I don't know what Rex was waiting for. Maybe he has a different angle than we do, and maybe Atkins' shoulders weren't completely down.
Everybody knows T-Rex is on the take around here.
Takes him with an arm bar across the knees, going after the arm. Dislocate the shoulder, hyperextend the elbow. Again, goes for a cover, and T-Rex is awfully slow getting down there. Not sure what happens here, but Toretto broke the hold. Now he's...
I think Toretto's going up to the top.
That's what it looks like. And Atkins got up fast enough to stop him in his tracks. A few fists up to the side of the head. Up to the second rope goes Atkins.
These guys could get seriously hurt up there.
A few more forearms. He's going for I won't call it a superplex, but close enough as Toretto pushes Atkins off. And now Toretto's going to fly. And Keith Atkins catches him. Nice fisherman suplex.
I've never seen a release fisherman suplex like that.
No, I haven't either.
That was nice, though. Very innovative of Keith Atkins. Maybe a little desperate, though.
Could be. It almost looked like he had half of it, but not quite all of it. But it was effective and it worked.
Both men slow to get up now. Toretto making his way to his feet first.
And Atkins now up. Ooh, pop to the side of the head, and there's another one by Atkins.
Check that fist,
Goes
Ref.
for another one. Schoolboy just scoops him up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2 count.
Well, if T-Rex moved a little bit quicker in that ring, that would have been a 3 count.
Toretto's got a submission hold now. Not quite an STF, but close enough. Atkins trying to make the bottom rope to break the hold.
He's really reaching, too.
He is. He's working hard to get to that rope.
I think Toretto's got this one. He might be the new North American heavyweight champion.
Toretto is working hard on that submission. But Keith isn't tapping. Keith rolls him over into a pin. 2 count. So Keith, out of instinct, counters that.
Hey, where are you going, Petrov? Wait. Yeah, get him. Get him.
And there's the disqualification. Your winner, Keith Atkins, due to interference by Petrov.
I love it. Gregor Petrov's going to make sure he takes that title home.
Well, the amount of help that he has, it's quite possible, but I would like to see a one-on-one with no interference.
Well, I think you're going to get that here in the near future in Blue Collar Wrestling.
Yeah, but without interference, I have my suspicions.
Gregor Petrov doesn't need anyone to help him win a match or that belt.
All right. All right, Matt Mers, everybody. Thank you, Matt. We appreciate
thank
you being
Ken.
here.
I appreciate being here. It's nice to have you here.
Well, thank you. And we will see you soon.
Are you leaving?
No, sir. I am not.
Oh, okay.
Looking for a place to have a good time? Malibu's Bar is the place for you. Located in the corner of 7th and Broadway in Vancouver, Malibu's features a full menu of pool tables and happy hour 3 to 6 daily, plus tons of live entertainment. Tuesday night open band jam, Wednesday and Thursday night karaoke, and Friday and Saturday night live music. Malibu's Bar, 115 East 7th Street in Vancouver, or call 360-553-7910 for info and show bookings. Looking for a place to have a good time? Malibu's Bar is the place for you. Located in the corner of 7th and Broadway in Vancouver, Malibu's features a full menu of pool tables and happy hour 3 to 6 daily, plus tons of live entertainment. Tuesday night open band jam, Wednesday and Thursday night karaoke, and Friday and Saturday night live music. Malibu's Bar, 115 East 7th Street in Vancouver, or call 360-553-7910 for info and show bookings. Hello.
Hello, hello. Well, you're blowing me out there, Mr. Lugwrench.
Yeah, I don't blow anything, Ken.
All right, now. Keep it clean.
So what do we got going on here? Get me up to speed.
Well, it looks like Rodeo didn't want anything to do with Lone Star. Lone Star's got plenty to say. We'll try and listen in and give it to the folks as best we can.
Yeah, we don't have no PA feed this week because the sound guy moved to the other side of the building.
Yeah, we're going to have to get that squared away, too.
So apparently Lone Star is trying to apologize to Stetson.
I don't think there's going to be an apology
here.
Do you think
he's going to apologize to Stetson? Is that what you said?
That's what he's saying.
I think the 51% is finally going to get a little bit of retribution for being cheated out of his Blue Collar Wrestling heavyweight title.
I think it's like I had mentioned earlier that can I get a little more headphone there, boss? Thank you very much. Much better. I think it's like I mentioned earlier, Stetson is not medically cleared to wrestle, but I think Lone Star is going to throw his weight around and demand that he wrestle. But I don't think he can do that. Well, the commission actually makes the rules there, Mr. Lone Star.
Tony Stetson looks like a guy that's probably taken lots of shots to the head. He ought to just man up and get in the ring and fight like a man.
He's been sitting in the back taking shots all night, getting ready for Lone Star.
Yeah, that's completely uncalled for.
So Stetson
I'm not
don't
even-
wrestle, he don't have a job, huh?
Yeah, and I don't think that's actually legal. I think if Stetson took that to the commission, that Lone Star might be the one that's unemployed. I don't believe that he can legally tell somebody they have to fight when they are not medically cleared.
That's his job. He's a wrestler.
Well, and that's why those rules are also in place. If he's hurt and not medically cleared, per the commission, he cannot compete.
Everyone knows Tex Thompson cheated Lone Star out of that heavyweight title.
Yeah, okay, here we go, the same song and dance.
Everyone saw it.
Yeah,
Tex Thompson is the screw job master.
yeah.
Nobody can perform a screw job in BCW better than Tex Thompson. I've
can
seen him
think of it,
incorporate 3 or 4 since I've been here.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a new camera too. We're gonna mess with it tonight. It's wireless.
Yeah, I
That's
heard about
awesome.
it. I think it's going to be great.
My producer bought it, but now my producer's gone. I don't know where he went.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to try and use it for the show or if he's just going to play with it, see what it can do, and maybe if he can get it figured out, he can somehow get it to work.
Now,
incorporate it in here.
Gentlemen, young Kane James has just made his way into the ring.
Yeah, he won a match last week to receive a full-time contract here at BCW. Looks like Lone Star is going to set him up with an opponent for the evening, possibly.
I think Lone Star's just going to set him up. And Kane James is the son of DeMarcus James.
Yeah, that's what they were just going over there. He's a young fella,
Yeah, he is.
strapping young lad.
I believe he had just turned 18 and now can legally compete.
He's 18?
I think so. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to check that out. If he's not 18, he sure shouldn't be in the ring.
I thought he was a midget wrestler.
He's as tall as Lone Star, so
He is
Lone
a-
Star must be a midget too.
He's like a tall midget wrestler.
Well, then so is Lone Star. The only thing that makes him taller is his hat.
Lone Star ain't letting go of his hand. He might.
Super kick Kane
kicked
James right to the side of the head.
Oh, that'll teach the kid. Oh, and here comes old Tex Thompson back out here to cause some more trouble.
Well, cause trouble
Texas
or
a day.
take care of it.
Texas kind of a day late and a dollar short there. Maybe Texas is going to give him a shot too.
As I said, I believed that Lone Star was going to set the kid up, and he did. Lone Star being Lone Star.
Hey, you know something that'd be really cool, Chi-Town Ken Stillwell?
What's that?
If somebody made
can't wait to hear
if
it.
somebody made a documentary covering the say the forefathers of Northwest Wrestling.
What a cheap plug.
That's an
We
interesting
know that
idea.
Matt's doing that.
That's an interesting idea, isn't it? Did you know that someone's actually doing that at Kickstarter.com right now? If you just search for Portland Wrestling, you'll see the forefathers of Portland Wrestling, and you can help create the Pacific Northwest Wrestling Hall of Fame.
What? Somebody stole my idea?
A few
All
years
right,
from
the
now, Ken
fans
Stillwell might be in there.
The fans appreciating Kane James. Well, this next matchup should be interesting.
Who do we got next?
It looks like Petrov and Void.
Ah, Petrov, my Russian friend. And Emperor Void, he's flaming.
This should be a battle.
Emperor Void definitely a huge fan favorite here at BCW.
I'm
Maybe-
going to predict that this is going to be the stiffest match of the night.
Yeah,
These two are going to just beat the crap out of each other in the ring. And they love it. They love to do it, too. You know, if Void would get back on the proper side of the fence, you know, maybe there would be a formidable tag team in the future for him and Gregor Petrov.
that would make a good tag team.
Because they'll just punch you in the face just to see what the reaction is. I'm ready for the next match, Rodeo Cole.
Got Sign Guy coming out to officiate this next match.
Fresh episodes of The Sign of the Times up on YouTube, I believe.
Yeah, Sign Guy does a internet video thing. Talks about a lot of
He
different
does a-
interesting subjects.
He does a podcast, too.
Podcasts are great
Podcasts are great.
for those that listen to podcasts.
A lot of people do.
You listen to many podcasts, Matt Legit?
I don't listen to any podcasts, dude. But if I was to recommend a podcast, it'd probably be Grindbones podcast.
I see Gregor Petrov's got his manager, Roy Lovejoy, back with him. We haven't seen Lovejoy here for a good 3 weeks, a month.
I know, really lacking in his managerial duties for young Gregor Petrov. Bring this immigrant over from Russia. Just feed him to the wolves, I guess.
Yeah, Petrov don't look happy, but Petrov never looks happy.
Petrov is in the zone. He's got his girlfriend with him. He's got his manager with him.
Yeah, I don't think Petrov goes anywhere without that chair.
He doesn't. It's his lady friend.
Well, neither did Tommy Celsius. Hey, folks, stick around during intermission. We're not going to have music, and this week we're not going to have the Promoter's Corner with Tex Thompson. What we're going to start doing as of tonight is we're going to do an abbreviated version of Between the Ropes. And my first guest tonight during intermission will be Eric Hansen. And then my second guest tonight will be Lone Star. So that should be an interesting conversation. And that's during our intermission when normally we would go off the air or play some music for you.
Well, let me tell you, Ken, Eric Hansen has a lot on his mind. We're actually friends outside of professional wrestling, and I'll tell you what, the guy
Does
has
have
a
a
lot
lot.
on his mind.
And what he has to say, I believe, as he and I are friends as well. And he's bothered by a lot of things, and we're going to talk about some of those.
Is it going to get real?
It's going to be real.
Is it going to be what they call a shoot?
Well, I imagine with Eric Hansen, that's about what all it could be.
Like
Very likely. If you follow him on Facebook, you definitely know that.
Like with a gun?
No, not that kind of a shoot.
Not
He's going to tell it
similar.
how he feels. Straight from the heart. And Void making his entrance now with fire in his hand.
The real question is tonight going to be the night Void lights himself on fire? I've been waiting
No.
a decade, Ken.
No. Well, then watch some old Richard Pryor.
Or Jonathan Boyd?
Or Jonathan Boyd, that's true.
I'm going to meet fire with fire, he says.
And then lights his beard on fire. Because he's a kangaroo, he can do that. More fans piling in here tonight to the Eagles Lodge on North Exeter.
I
in
got
North
some business
Portland.
to take care of. I'll be back in just a minute, gentlemen.
Ken is out of here. In and out. Like that burger joint. I'm not a big fan of that. Well, Void smiling that sinister smile he always smiles. Kevin Brandt walking up out of nowhere. I love it.
Well, all right. Back to the action, Matt Legit.
I'm just shocked even Kevin Brandt loves blue-collar wrestling.
Yeah.
Kevin Brandt does love all wrestling. a great contributor to the sport of professional wrestling in the Pacific Northwest. Logranch?
I was actually speaking with Kevin Brandt a little bit last week online, and that's what brought him to Blue Collar Wrestling.
Oh,
If
here
you
we
must
go.
know.
Ooh, pushes Gregor Petrov off, does Void. And Petrov's right back up to his feet. And it's like looking at two hungry dogs just circling each other.
My producer brought food and sat next to me. He keeps pointing at it like he wants me to eat it. Who do you pick on this one, Matt Legit?
I
who
really-
who do you
Bro.
think will come out victorious?
Bro, I don't know who to choose in this one because, like, I mean, these two are like rabid dogs, you know, and I've always thought that about Void, and seeing Gregor Petrov really come of age here in the last year in Blue Collar Wrestling, the intensity in that young man is off the charts.
I picked Petrov because he's got an extra guy out there with Roy Lovejoy.
You know, I would almost pick Petrov simply because he's got his eyes focused on that North American title, but at the same time, that could be the distraction. He might not have focused enough energy on Void.
Got a series of hard chops from Void there. Comes in with a clothesline on Petrov.
Petrov's in trouble quick. Void failing to capitalize, though. Failing to capitalize. Big forearms. Back and forth with him now. I told you this was just going to be a fight.
Looks like a good old street brawl.
They are brawling, Rip and Roche.
Petrov down on the ground now, taking the brunt of it.
Got
Got a nice hammerlock on there.
Rip and Roche sitting in for Chi-Town. Ken Stillwell, the voice of the Pacific Northwest.
And Petrov has either got to get up there and rake the eyes or maneuver his body out of that crippling hammerlock. Void's really got it cinched in, too. There's no chance he's going to get to the ropes.
Yeah, he's wiggling his feet around trying to get to the ropes, like you said, but
Might be able to get that left leg over there.
it's getting closer.
Roy Lovejoy watching closely from ringside. Void now. That reverse chin lock.
Petrov's just taking a break.
Oh, now he's getting the boots put to him.
Even though it looks like, you know, he's on the receiving end, it's all in his head. He's got this thing sewn up from the beginning.
Roy Lovejoy asking for a timeout. Gregor Petrov asking for a timeout.
There's no timeouts in wrestling, Matt Legit.
There's not?
Well, in the round style, there actually is timeouts. If we were in the United Kingdom, in the round style, there would be timeouts, but
But we're not.
we're not.
We're in North Portland.
This is
At the North Portland Eagles Lodge, 7611 North Exeter. We're here every Sunday night at 6 p.m. for Blue Collar Wrestling.
It's starting, June
June 6th,
6th.
we're going to have First Friday shows. Every
It's on the
first
rope.
Friday we'll be here at 7 p.m.
every first Friday of the month.
Every first Friday of the month, and that following Sunday, of course.
I
you know,
think
2
Blue-
days later we will not have a show.
I think Blue Collar Wrestling is going to find a lot of success on Friday nights, actually. I think that's a great night to do wrestling.
I sure hope so, Matt Legit.
I think so. The crowd is filling up in here. They're coming in.
Is that cake or donuts? Oh, sorry.
Cake or donuts, cake or donuts. We've got hungry men here.
Oh,
Oh, just a smile.
series of kicks from Boyd, but he didn't follow up and gave Petrov
what a
the time,
smile.
and Petrov's coming back with a vengeance.
He's got his food to, I can't tell what part of his head, but he was grinding it good.
These nachos are pretty good, Rip and Roche.
Well, you're welcome. I felt you needed them.
Lugranch earned it after this week.
Well, he told me he hadn't really eaten all day. I think he said he had the munchies or something like
Well,
that.
I ate lots, but I'm always hungry.
Oh, okay. Well, we got two people in the ring walking off I was going to say walking off their injuries. But Petrov's making a good attack now.
Boyd ain't walking nowhere. Petrov's going to give him a beat down.
Is this his Moscow move or?
Boyd trying
Whoa.
to trying to get an armbar in there.
Boyd kicks Petrov
Oh
off, but
my
Petrov's
God,
back with a
Petrov.
series of forearms.
Looked like 5 forearms to the face.
Boyd rolls him back over.
Pitting predicament wasn't enough to get the win.
Only good for a 2 count or so there.
Oh, to the knee.
Short drop kick to Boyd's leg. Petrov's hurting, though. He can't quite move in to capitalize.
Roy Lovejoy there to keep reminding him to stay on him, stay on him. Yeah.
Well, you know, he was in the first match here at the mic and went in and started the fighting a little early. So I hope that hasn't wore him out.
Yeah, he's pissed off at Keith Atkins because Keith Atkins has his belt.
Yep.
Those Ruskies are always ready for a fight. Any opportunity they see to pick one, they'll pick it.
I've been seeing that in the news lately.
With all the beatings that Keith Atkins has suffered at the hands of that Gregory Petrov, that belt's rightfully his by now.
A little karate.
Just because he
High
hasn't
kicks.
officially won a title match, he should have it just for the fact of the beatdowns he's laid on Keith Atkins.
That was a strong drop kick, too. Holy cow.
Yeah, Petrov with a drop kick right back.
Very aggressive match. What a great way to start Blue Collar Wrestling this evening. Unbelievable action tonight. These first
What?
two matches just been off the chain.
Someone tell me what that move was? Anyone see? Petrov did basically a handstand.
I have my eyeballs in the nachos.
Put all his weight down on that knee of Void.
Petrov's biting away on Boyd's head.
And
You know what that tells me?
Oh,
Boyd-
Petrov's hungry too.
Boyd
that's a
tastes good.
jawbreaker.
Well, there's a lull here. I'm going to go back to the production side.
We're going to miss you, Ripper. Oh, pretty girls here tonight at
Boyd.
Blue Collar Wrestling Lug Wrench.
Oh, there is. Dragging Petrov back into the center of the ring. Drops an elbow.
Thank you to Rip and Roche for filling in while I was taking care of some business.
There have been some very attractive women here at Blue Collar Wrestling lately and some great action in the ring.
So catch me up to speed. It looks like they're
beating the hell out of each other.
That's
at
what it
Chi-Town
looks
Kid.
like right now.
Petrov's getting
Throwing-
ready to finish off old Boyd here.
Throwing punches and elbows. I did make it in time back to the table here to see Petrov trying to bite a chunk out of Boyd's head.
He was hungry.
Well, there's a snack bar. We have concessions.
I heard
here.
Emperor Boyd tastes just like chicken.
Were you on the phone to the commission, Ken? Were you
Oh.
trying to get Tony Stetson out of that match tonight?
No,
Better not have
that's
been.
not my place.
He's got it coming.
European uppercut by Petrov.
Oh, my God.
And a huge retaliation by Void that dropped Petrov like, pardon the pun and the phrase, like a bag of rocks.
That burning elbow.
And another one. And Petrov comes back with his own, but Void stays on his feet. Another one. Petrov goes down to one knee. Comes back. Oh, he still can't quite stay on his feet. Not sure what happened there.
Lovejoy's standing by.
Sign guy
Oh.
gets taken out with a kick.
Void goes to kick Petrov, and Sign Guy gets in the way of that kick. And now Petrov in a form of a camel clutch, but he's raking the eyes rather than putting the entire move
Lovejoy
on.
just got Toretto
Here's
come out here.
Toretto coming out.
And now Toretto, it's a 2-on-1, and the referee is down. They need to get another referee out here. I don't know why they're not ringing the bell.
Well, sign guy is
And
out.
Petrov just threw
And
Toretto
here
off.
comes Keith Atkins.
And look at them run like rats on a sinking ship. Except Toretto now, he's going to work on Void.
Keith
Throws
Atkins
him out.
don't belong in this match.
Well, neither does Toretto. Toretto comes off the apron with a
Sign
a
guy calling
sledge-
for the bell.
And that's why Petrov threw Toretto off of him. He didn't want him out there either.
This match is over. I believe your winner by disqualification will be Emperor Void.
I think this was all a plan on Keith Atkins' hands.
Yeah,
Tex Thompson probably hatched all this in the back.
yeah.
Sure smells like a Tex Thompson screw job to me.
Sign guy's up, looks a little disheveled.
He
Always
thought
kind of
the
looks a little
sound-
disheveled,
He
though.
thought the sound table was still here.
Sign guy always looks like that.
So I haven't heard the decision yet, but I do believe it's Emperor Void via disqualification.
Well, I think there needs to be a double disqualification. Keith Atkins has no business coming out here and sticking his nose in this.
What did Toretto have to do with the
Hey,
match?
well,
He just came out to help Void get
Pet-
up to his feet.
Yeah,
Petrov
he
threw,
slipped and kicked him.
Petrov
Okay,
threw Toretto
okay.
off of Boyd.
Yep, it looks like Void via DQ.
What a jip.
That's just not right. It can't happen this way.
And
Petrov was cheated.
well, I'm going to let you guys take over this next match. I'll be back later. Good luck.
All right.
Great job so far. Great show tonight. If you're at home, you really missed out. Don't forget to check out Kickstarter.com and the forefathers of Portland Wrestling.
Right?
Thank you, Matt Legit.
Yeah, that Matt Legit, he stays busy with that video stuff he does. I don't know how I could ever handle doing all that. Who we got up next, Ken?
Well, it looks like Zach Winters versus CP. And I'm trying to put those initials together.
CP.
That's what it says, CP.
Purple Punishment?
Well, let me look. See if I get a hint anywhere in here. Corporal Punishment.
There we go. Yeah, kind of a bummer not having a PA line plumbed into the board.
Yeah, we got to get this squared away.
Well, they keep
we
changing
can't-
stuff every week. I don't know.
Exactly,
I can't
and
plug in if
there's
they
no
change
reason
it.
for it. I think it's just because they wanted to show their little, make the pretend jumbotron look a little larger, but
Everybody
they
keeps
didn't
walking
think
in front of it.
Well, they didn't think it through because it changes how we have to do our business.
Yep. Looks like we got T-Rex coming out. I don't believe we're having an interview. I think we're going to get right on to the next match.
I think you're right. I think I'm going to make some notes as far as talking to the powers that be about the sound table and us
Right.
having trouble coexisting under these conditions.
We're going to run a couple commercials here while we're waiting for this match to get underway. We'll be right back.
Absolutely.
Do you have a business that needs a radio commercial? Or does your band need a pro recording? Soapstone Studios makes your project professional. We use state-of-the-art gear and always get our clients what they want at a fraction of the price. 503-929-9831. Soapstone Studios.
Looking for a place to have a good time? Malibu's Bar is the place for you. Located on the corner of 7th and Broadway in Vancouver, Malibu's features a full menu of pool tables and happy hour 3 to 6 daily, plus tons of live entertainment. Tuesday night open band jam, Wednesday and Thursday night karaoke, and Friday and Saturday night live music. Malibu's Bar, 115 East 7th Street in Vancouver, or call 360-553-7910 for info and show bookings.
Do you have a business that needs a radio commercial? Or does your band need a pro recording? Soapstone Studios makes your project professional. We use state-of-the-art gear and always get our clients what they want at a fraction of the price. 503-929-9831. Soapstone Studios.
All right, we're back.
All right, well, can I drop a few names?
Sure.
All right. I don't know if Patty's was in there on that spot you just did, but we want to thank Patty's Home Plate Cafe on Lombard, the Peninsula Station Mailbox on Lombard, Big Kahuna's Barbecue and Catering also on Lombard, Louis Pizza and Catering on Lombard, Nova Tattoo Studio on Lombard, Western Meat Market on Lombard, and Vinny's Pizza on Ivanhoe, which is, if I'm not mistaken, is right around the area where Lombard and Ivanhoe and I think St. John's or something come together. But it's all of this is in the St. John's area, so if you're out that way, stop by one of our many sponsors, say thanks, and thank them for sponsoring Blue Collar Wrestling and also Couve Radio.
You know what I think, Ken?
What's that?
I think we ought to get the owners of both of those pizza joints here at BCW in a special sponsor extravaganza cage match and have them duke it out for ultimate sponsor supremacy.
And they throw pizzas at each
We'll
other?
make a belt out of a pizza or something and give to them. And they can be the ultimate pizza sponsor.
Pizza King of North Portland.
It could be a reoccurring thing. We could do it. They could have to defend the title. It'd be whichever pizza sponsor is the greatest in the.
So a pepperoni fight or a sausage.
Hey,
fest
that'd
or
work.
something.
Sausage fest.
You know,
I
don't
think
we
we have
there,
that with the German celebration. Whatever.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, that one.
There is a sausage fest in Vancouver, but they closed it down. I think if there is going to be a pizza belt, Coop Radio will sponsor and supply that belt.
Well, there you go.
Because, I mean, who doesn't like pizza more than someone from Chicago and Rip and Roche?
That's exactly right. Speaking of which, we still got to get some Lou Malnetti's pizza over here.
We do need some
And we need
Lumettos.
to try and get them on board.
Yes, we do.
So we got to figure out some kind of a
This summer we'll do
advertising
a barbecue with their pizza, and we'll see if they're worthy enough of Coop Radio. I know
I
they
like
already
them.
are.
That's endorsement.
That's
enough.
enough endorsement. Yes.
There you go. But we need to get together some ideas of how to put a sponsor package together, and I can.
Hey, you know, a pizza
send
a
them
month
the
is
letter.
good enough for me.
Well, there you go.
What do you think, Lugridge?
Yeah, I like pizza.
Well, then it should be like 3 or 4 a month. you know.
Well, one for
One
me.
for here and one for each of us.
Wow, we just had introduction. They're
Yep.
already attacking each other.
Corporal punishment
There goes
against
the
Pearl
bell.
Harbor, Zach Winters. I love it. He's ripping his shirt off. Oh, now he's wiping his hind end with it. Nice.
Oh, and a
And
clothesline.
Zach Winters just took punishment to task.
Zach says, I just washed that shirt.
Nice hip toss. Zach is not happy. Drop kick hits a little low, but that's all right. It had the effect it was supposed to.
Knocked him right out of the ring. I think that
Yeah,
was
it
very
did.
effective.
You want to try and get those up as high as possible because of the center of mass.
And get the hardest fall.
Absolutely.
Headbanging. I learned that in a mosh pit once.
Yes.
Zach chased Corp around. They both got in the ring there, but Zach yarded Corp back out, and they're
Zach- yeah,
slugging
Zach
their way
pulled him out.
outside.
And T-Rex,
Well-
thank you very much for counting towards the camera, even
Hey,
though the bells will
T-Rex
still
has
Yeah.
got him a new mustache this week. Look
Who
at that.
does?
Yeah, look at
Who made
that.
you?
To go with his new belly.
I think that's a caterpillar crawled up with the sleep on his lip or something.
Well, that could be. This could end up being a double count out. Well, it would be if
I think T-Rex had to
T-Rex
start over.
Yeah, and I don't know why nobody got back in the ring.
Yep, he's that too. He forgot.
T-Rex has a hard time counting to 10. Oh,
Clothesline on the floor.
what was that?
I'm not sure. Rippon called it a clothesline, then that's what it is.
It was almost some sort of hug, but I'll give it a clothesline.
There you go.
Corporal not allowing
Zach to get in.
Zach back in the ring.
Give Zach a shoulder there in the midsection.
Forearm between the shoulder blades. He's going
Like
to
he's gonna
slingshot
sling
him
him
in.
over the ropes.
And he did. He slingshot Zach Winters back in, landed hard on his back, and goes right to the knee in the back of the spine. Spread eagle with the arms spread out. Puts a lot of pressure on the shoulders and on the spine itself. And Zach is working his way out of it. He's up to a vertical base. Has it reversed now. And nice.
What was that?
Did he
That
pull?
was a back neck breaker.
I think he pulled
sorts.
Corporal's hair when he took him down.
He doesn't have hair.
He's got some hair.
He's got about as much as you or I do, or less.
I got lots of hair.
Not on your head.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
about anywhere else.
I'm not any kind of a hippie.
Oh, nice leg drop. Got good elevation on it. And punishment just kicked out of that one. And that might have been just pure instinct.
Zach pulls him up here.
And there goes Bob with food stains all over his BCW shirt.
Hey, it's a great BCW shirt.
Yes, it is.
And it represents the
even
great
though it's
food.
got food stains on it.
But it's great food here, and you know.
Well, and it just shows he's a diehard fan.
Bob likes to eat.
You
Well,
think?
You know, Wendy's used to talk about how juicy their hamburgers were and how you need multiple napkins. They stopped doing that when they got healthy, but Carl's Jr. still does it. And obviously
Yes.
here at the lounge, they don't care about grease and fat in their burgers because it's all over Bob's shirt.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the
You don't need
concession
napkins.
stand here does serve good food.
Yeah. I've had chili tonight, nachos tonight, hamburger tonight. I've had a smorgasbord buffet of their food tonight.
Corporal working away on that left arm of Zach. Just stomped him right in the elbow.
Yeah, they're working each other pretty good. It's going to pick up pace here in just a little bit, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
he's twisting away there. T-Rex asked me he wanted to quit, but Zach's not going to give up over that.
Corporal's working that arm good. He's going to... Oh. almost an arm bar there.
Yeah, I think that's what he's got going on. Zach looking for the crowd to get behind him, but I don't think he gets a lot of love here at BCW. I don't think the fans care too much for Mr. Zach Winters.
Well, I think it's a mixed reaction. When he left, it wasn't on good terms with the fans, and he's back, you know, and he's trying, but nice kick. Nice. He worked his way out of that one and came back on fire. Bob, sit down.
Yeah, Bob's over there mopping up the grease on his...
Bob, sit down.
Oh.
You know, I noticed Corporal Punishment is missing his mentor, the Psycho Sailor, this week.
Yeah, Psycho Sailor is not out here with Corporal Punishment.
We got Bob marching around with a mop now.
He spilled his food or something,
Oh, a
and
knee
now
to the face.
Now he broke the mop.
Corporal Punishment just took a big old knee to the face.
Well,
He
I
looks
hope,
a little
he
dazed.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He's
Is
getting
Zach setting him up for something? There it is, a roundhouse kick right to the side of the head.
I think it's all done.
I think this could, well, Corporal Punishment's sitting up. Zach goes for the cover, but he's too close to the ropes.
foot
and
on the rope.
Punishment got there.
Yeah, Zach was kind of taking his time there, too, at that cover. He's going to hammer away on Corporal.
That looked like 7 or 8. I missed the first couple count.
Rippin, you missed our conversation, and because you're our producer, it's up to you to find out why they moved the sound table, because it affects how we are able to present the show to the fans.
Yeah, there's already talks about that, and there'll be good things to come of it.
Yes.
Well, the crowd is getting riled up for this guy that you say has no love.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to play with the camera yet, the new camera?
There is a new camera. We're going to look at attaching it to Wi-Fi, hopefully by next week.
Nice.
So it'll be mobile around the ring. Right now, we're just doing a test recording and audio, a check on stuff like that on it.
Nice. We're looking forward to it, and I'm sure the fans are. Give the fans a different perspective from what we have at the moment.
Yeah. And then maybe we'll get you guys monitors so you can see the ring.
Well, that would be helpful.
What do you think, Lug Rush? You want to see the ring?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like even, you know, when we have empty seats, the empty seats are always across from us over by the concession stand.
Yeah.
They always fill these seats right in front of us. Fill
Yeah.
up before those other ones do.
Well, this is the better side of the stage.
Yeah, well, from a
Stage?
fan's perspective, I don't see why, other than now they've got the projection thing up, might make a difference, but it's the same either side.
Yeah, it
Really?
was nice to give us a riser, but I think it should
I
have
like
been
more
a
than
little
a
higher.
4-inch rise.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, the 6 inches that they built the riser on, but I think you're right, probably closer to 4.
I'm kind of wishing they would have just left the crow's nest thing here now, since our sound guy moved out and moved over there. If we just had that original crow's nest.
Well, it would have worked perfect if we just switched spots.
We got Corporal Punishment going to the top rope.
Corp's gonna fly. Fly like an
He's
eagle,
taking too
young
long.
Corporal.
He's looking
Taking
around
too
for
long.
something. What's he
Somebody's
waiting
coming
for?
out. I hear somebody's music playing.
It's Texas music.
And he
isn't it?
rolls it, and
Oh.
Zach tosses him out onto his back. Maybe the music was just a decoy. I don't know.
Yeah, wasn't that Texas music?
It definitely distracted Corporal Punishment.
It was. I don't know if it was Texas music or not. Couldn't quite hear it.
Yeah.
Another Tex Thompson screw job. Oh.
Almost a grapevine, but had a pump handle.
Corporal weighs a little more than he expected.
Yeah, Corporal Punishment reversed it, going for a suplex of his
Good,
own.
Corp.
Nice little
All right.
snap suplex. Zach into the ropes, though.
It's
and
all over.
Punishment
Yeah.
looking at using the ropes. Your winner via the ropes,
Awesome.
Corporal Punishment.
Wow, that turned around quick.
That Corp's
Yeah,
a
it did.
smart guy. Psycho Sailors taught him well. And that shows, by the way, he got the victory here all by his lonesome.
That's right.
Hey, finally a match without an
Without
interruption.
his sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to step out real quick. Folks, coming up next during intermission is Between the Ropes with Chi-Town Ken. And You gonna sit here?
Yeah, I've got some stuff I need to take care of. So.
Okay, I'll go have.
Are
take
we
care of
in?
my
We're in
business.
the intermission now.
We should be going into intermission now.
All right. Well, we'll get some. We'll get some music playing
Do
here.
that, and are you gonna join me as well here on Between the Ropes?
I doubt it. I need to go get something to eat.
Well, there you go. All right, Rippin, you gonna stay with us for Between the Ropes? He's shaking his head yes and gives a thumbs up, folks.
The Fonzie. Hey.
All right, Lugwrench gonna do his thing, and we'll be back in just a moment or two with Between the Ropes.
Do you have a business that needs a radio commercial? Or does your band need a pro recording? Soapstone Studios makes your project professional. We use state-of-the-art gear and always get our clients what they want at a fraction of the price. 503-929-9831. Soapstone Studios.
Oh yeah, come on! Get up, get up! Get it up now! That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. One more time! Rock up and down. Just get right back and you'll hear a tale. The tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. Mate, welcome mighty sailorman. The skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers that sailed that day on a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. Come, every man has his price, so what is yours? Well, I started getting wrong. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, a minnow would be lost. A minnow would be lost. All right, Professor, let her rock. Oh, I said, come on. All set, Junior. One more. Hold on, you buddy. The Professor's gonna rock us faster. The ship stood ground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle with Gilligan, the skipper too, a millionaire and his wife, a movie star, the Professor and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan. What happened, little buddy?
Looking for a place to have a good time? Malibu's Bar is the place for you. Located in the corner of 7th and Broadway in Vancouver, Malibu's features a full menu of pool tables and happy hour 3 to 6 daily, plus tons of live entertainment. Tuesday night open band jam, Wednesday and Thursday night karaoke, and Friday and Saturday night live music. Malibu's Bar, 115 East 7th Street in Vancouver, or call 360-553-7910 for info and show bookings.
Like I'm sleeping 'cause
All right, welcome to Blue Collar Wrestling and tonight's segment of Between the Ropes. I'm Chi-Town Ken along with Ripon Roche.
Welcome, everybody.
Hi, hey.
This is a new time. We're going to try this out. We usually do this on Wednesday nights, but due to other scheduling issues, we felt this would work fine.
Yeah.
You know, we're still going to talk about wrestling during the intermission.
Yes, we will. Let's recap a little bit while we're waiting for Mr. Hansen to get to his microphone here.
All right.
First
Mr.
match,
Hansen.
Atkins versus Toretto. Well, Keith won his match by disqualification via interference by Petrov.
Yes.
Uncalled for.
Petrov was here at the table and didn't like what he saw and ran up there and interfered in the first match.
And Eric Hansen has joined us.
Welcome. Oh, sorry, hold on.
Wait, you got to turn him on. There you go.
Rookie.
Yeah.
Rude.
Rude.
I'm sorry.
We were just recapping a little bit before you sat down. The second match had Petrov taking on Void. It was a DQ due to interference by Toretto. And then the third match had Corporal Punishment taking on Zach Winters. And Corporal Punishment win with an assist by the ropes, with the ropes. I'm sure you saw all that backstage. Let's get down to it. We've known each other a long time, and I always can tell when you have something on your mind. And I know you have something on your mind. So what's up, my friend?
Well, actually, I got a lot on my mind. It's my first time back to BCW in...
Glad you're back.
What, 3 months?
Yeah, at least.
I haven't wrestled since December of last year down in Roseburg. Took some time off, had to get my priorities straightened out, my life in order. Deciding to try to come back and see if maybe I still have it or maybe I don't.
I think at your age you still have it. You are, and I'm not kissing up, folks. I'm shooting straight honest with you when I say to Eric's face, you are probably the only one that I know that still understands old school and how matches should go.
Well, yeah, I mean, my whole life has been dedicated to studying professional wrestling. I mean, my great-grandparents were into wrestling. My grandparents were into wrestling. My parents were into wrestling. You know, watching Don Owen promotions when I was a kid and going to the sports arena, meeting Roddy Piper and Rick Martel and Rip Oliver and Billy Jack.
Yep.
You know, all the names, the great names from the past who, honestly, anybody who was anybody stepped foot in the Portland sports arena.
Well, it was almost like, use the term loosely, but it was almost like Heaven's Gate. In order
really
to
was.
get into the big time, you had to go
come
through Portland.
Yeah, I mean, like with Roddy Piper and Rick Martel. I mean, they of course went on. Roddy Piper became the biggest heel of the '80s in Portland in WWE.
And to his credit, and to his love of the sport, and his dedication and love for Don Owen, he refused to wrestle in Portland for WWE.
Yep, that is true. That's true. I've read that many times. You know, because you know, Don's the one who gave him his start. I mean, he didn't really give him his start, but he gave him his really big opportunity to become who he is now.
Yes.
You know, throughout the '80s when he was feuding with Hulk Hogan and, you know, countless other wrestlers. You know, I see it. You know, the wrestling scene in the Northwest right now isn't that great.
I agree.
It needs a lot of work, but I'm still proud to be, you know, wrestling in the heritage of guys like, you know, Stan Stasiak, who was a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
He was
at that time.
Wasn't he the first WWF champion?
No,
I know he was one, but
yeah, no, it was Buddy Rogers, Bruno Sammartino, Ivan Koloff, Pedro Morales, and then Stan. But still, at that point, you know, the biggest belt that we knew around here was the NWA Pacific Northwest title. That was the end-all, be-all for us.
Right.
You know, with the exception of when Harley Race or Ric Flair would come to town as NWA World Champion. But one of our guys actually became World Heavyweight Champion when Stan Stasiak beat Pedro Morales to become WWE, you know, World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes.
Which is a big deal.
Yes.
You know. So, you know, going down to that lineage, you know, we've had Piper on local shows. You know, we've had guys come in, you know, granted some of them weren't Northwest legends, but we've had big names here before. You know, on the smaller cards, you know, BAW that you used to work with,
Right.
they had, you know, D'Lo Brown and Al Snow and Rikishi and Buff Bagwell come in. Pete Schweitzer brought in, of course, Roddy Piper and the grappler, Shane Douglas,
Right.
who's very, very, he's one of my idols. You know, so you know, Portland is not an unknown territory.
No, and I am still in contact with Buff Bagwell and D'Lo Brown. We still communicate fairly often, and they love it here, but they also understand the heritage and the lineage that's come out of this area.
Right, you know, and honestly, I think the biggest problem is that no one is structuring a territory.
Right.
Everybody has their own little promotions that they want to run, but no one wants to either A, work together, or B,
doesn't want to work together,
or shell out the money in order to become the brunt force that Don Owen was. You know, Don Owen just didn't come up overnight.
No.
That's a lot of years of hard work.
Yeah.
To get where he was.
And a lot of money. I mean, let's be honest. Anybody that wants to be a professional wrestling promoter has got to understand that you're going to lose your butt financially for a minimum of 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but these people open their doors thinking,
hey, I've got $5,000. Let's start a wrestling promotion.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't baseball where if we build the field, they will come.
Right. You know, it takes a lot of money, and you know, it takes a lot of money to get venues. It takes a lot of money to get wrestlers. It takes a lot of money to get sponsors to even afford to get anything. You know, rings aren't cheap. You know, entrances, the music, the sound equipment, the lighting, the microphones. You know, there's a lot that goes into wrestling promoting that people just don't realize.
Yes.
Either they don't realize or they think that they can get away with being cheap. And unfortunately, a lot of the times, even the wrestlers will take the brunt of that. You know, I've worked on shows to where here I go out there and I wrestle my butt off. I damn near kill myself. And at the end of the day, it's here's a bag of chips, a bottle of water, and a hot dog.
Right.
Thank you for your
right.
what you do. You know, in all honesty, you know, sometimes that's what you need. You know, I know certain wrestlers who started out and they got paid nothing. They traveled an hour to get to the venue. They wrestle their match, then they get sent home. End of story. You don't get anything as a rookie in some areas, you know. It is nice that some of the promoters around here will pay rookies and do stuff like that. But in all honesty, at the same time, is that when you're a rookie, you're at the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
You're at the bottom of the totem pole, and you need to work your way up. And you need to prove to the promoter why you think that you should be going up. And
Right.
a lot of the guys that I know right now, even some of the guys back in the locker room here, you know, they think that they deserve more than what they're getting. You know, prove why. Why would I give you anything?
Right.
What is it
when the
that you can do
attendance
for me?
doesn't come up?
Right. You know. I mean, if you're wrestling in front of the same 25, 30 people, how many people does WWE get?
Thousands.
5 to 10 to 20 to. I mean, when they sold out the freaking the Silver Dome, they had 93,000 people.
Right.
We can't even get 100.
Right.
You know,
But
the biggest promotion in town still can only get maybe 150 to 200 people.
Right. But we also have to admit the fact, especially for television, not so much for house shows, that the WWE does paper a lot of stadiums.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, and of course, he's got the money. He's a billionaire. You know, he can go out, he can buy the TV time, he can buy he can go out and have the action figures made and all the merchandising and all the endorsements, and they can make sure that, you know, people know when they're coming to town.
Right, and
so
they hand out free tickets so that it looks great on TV. He's got a packed building.
Absolutely. You know, but at the same time is that where the promoters are going wrong, in my opinion. This is that they're coming in to promote. They're starting up promotions without the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, they're coming in with like maybe $3,000 to $5,000. You know, I've talked to guys who have been around the business for a long time, and they say nothing. You start off a promotion with anything under $50,000 to $75,000 to $100,000, you're gonna fail.
Right.
You know, you need to get the big buildings. You need to get TV time, or at least TV commercials and radios commercials.
Yes.
You know, TV time is going to help you.
Absolutely.
Because if they can't be there, they're going to watch.
Yes.
You know, and then when they watch enough, they want to be there because they can see themselves on TV. You know, wrestling fans are not just fans of wrestling; they're also fans of themselves.
Yes.
Don Owens proved that.
Yes.
When they would go to the Portland Sports Arena, they would go and they would watch it. They would race home so that they could see if they saw themselves on television.
Yes.
You know, so if you get the TV, you get the TV commercials, you get the radio commercials going, you poster the town, you get sponsors to do the same thing. Hey, you know, well, how much you help us out? How much can you help us out with? And can we sell tickets at your building?
Yes.
You know, make sure that you're doing networking. Here's what I can do for you. What can you do for me?
Yeah. And then there are the promoters that drink the gate away and then can't pay the boys.
Yeah, and then they wonder why they get kicked off their TV time slots and their boys are holding their championships for ransom.
Right, and you and I both know who we're both talking about, but we'll not drop names.
No.
Don't
See,
need
that's
a
the thing.
lawsuit.
I get a lot of heat from people because I'm very vague on about who I'm talking about. But honestly, if you don't know, it's none of your business. You know,
That and you don't need the lawsuit.
I don't give a crap about lawsuits. I don't need a name drop because I have class. I can tell you a story without naming any names.
Right.
Now, the people that are involved, they know who I'm talking about. Anybody who don't, that's the mystique of pro wrestling, folks.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Now, we both know what's wrong with the business, and you've explained how an upstart should plan on starting. Take an existing local promotion. What do they need to do to keep the ball rolling? And by the way, for me, I give huge kudos to the boys that do end up getting paid in hot dogs and chips. I mean, it shows a dedication to wanting to see things work.
Right. You know, I mean, when I first started out, I worked for a company, and me and my tag team partner, we weren't supposed to be getting the notoriety and the recognition that we were. We were supposed to go out there, do our job, and then go home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but we learned from two of the greatest minds of professional wrestling. We learned from two legends of professional wrestling. And when we went out there and we did what we were taught, we used the psychology factor. Everything we did had fluency. Everything we did was for a reason.
Yes, and you don't see a lot of that anymore.
No, everything. It's like I've been saying for a long, long time now. There's a difference between pro wrestling and and sports entertainment.
I've said that all along. If you want to see sports entertainment, go watch a hockey game.
Well, not even that. If you want sports entertainment, go see WWE. None of that stuff makes sense.
Right.
They do moves on there that make absolutely no sense. You know, let's say that you're getting down there and you're getting beat up a little bit, but you're giving a guy time to get up to the top rope and do a backflip on top of you. Why wouldn't you roll out of the way?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just common sense. You know, the psychology factor is that for you get from point A to point B, but how are you going to get there? Do you just run?
No.
You have to have a planned, mapped out way of how you're going to get there.
Right.
Most of the people don't understand that. Most of the wrestlers don't even understand that anymore.
Piper once said that since the opening of the business to the fans, to the smartening up, they didn't get smartened up all the way. Meaning, and he said, everybody knows where Zed is. Everybody knows what the end result is supposed to be. How you get there is the magic of professional wrestling.
Absolutely.
And I agree with it completely.
And another problem is that you got guys in here. I mean, we've even got guys here. I'm going to be honest. We've got guys here who can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
They think that if they go out there and they grab each other and roll around on the mat, it's going to be entertaining at some point.
Right.
And honestly, it's not. You know, I just sat back and I watched a match that was thoroughly unentertaining to me. And when one of the guys asked me about it, I told him the honest truth, and he got butthurt. I don't care.
Yeah, if you don't want the truth, don't ask the question.
Pro wrestling is a formula, and there is a specific reason you do what you do.
Right.
And if you can't follow that, then go home.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not just that match that has to make sense. It has to make sense all the way to and including the main event.
Absolutely. Because, you know, what's the point of the main event if there's nothing else that's making any sense?
Right. It's just another fight.
Right. Now, if you can go out there and you can go out and captivate the audience in the very first match, they're going to want to stay and watch more.
Right.
But you go out there and you crap the bed, and it's not entertaining, why did I just spend my money? I've got to work 2 jobs in order to afford my car payment, my house payments, whatever, and I'm going to spend my last $10 on going to a wrestling show.
Mm-hmm.
With my last $10, I can go and watch a movie.
Right.
Which I know will be entertaining.
Right.
Because I've got, there are hundreds of different movie reviews, and this is what it's about. And with wrestling, it's a guessing game. You don't know what it's about. Unless you know a backstory between the 2 wrestlers, you don't know what's going to happen.
And too often you see just 2 people slapped together and say, go at it.
Right, and even so, I mean, if it's just 2 people slapped together, let's see which one's better. Who do I want to root for?
Mm-hmm.
But if you've got 2 guys going out there and they're half-assing it, and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you can't really get behind either one of them, what are you doing here,
Right. And you have to involve the fans. You have to give them a vested interest into what's going on, and that's the psychology part.
Absolutely. Case in point, there's some wrestlers who, when they go out there, they forget that there's people here.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're training.
Right. They forget that the crowd's even here. They're just in there wrestling, doing their thing, and then they go to the finish and they leave. But that's where pro wrestling needs to change. Pro wrestling needs to stay away from the sports entertainment, high-flying gymnastics that it's become.
You want that, go watch a lucha show.
Exactly. Or go watch the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go watch the gymnastics down the street.
Yeah.
If you want to come and see wrestling, come to see wrestling.
Yep.
Make sure that you're supplying your fans with wrestling. Otherwise, you're not going to have fans anymore.
And that's why we like blue-collar wrestling. For the most part.
Yeah,
but we want you to come to blue-collar wrestling.
Like, we're being honest here. Everybody has work to do. Even the quote-unquote best promotion in Oregon still has work to do.
We all do. We all do.
We all do.
As soon as you think you know it all,
Ed Buddy Rose said it best. You never stop learning.
No, and if you think you've learned all you can, then it's time to go.
That's right. Hate to stop you off, but that's my cue.
And speaking of time to go, thank you, Eric Hansen. Appreciate the time. Thank you, everybody. This has been Between the Ropes with Chi-Town Ken. And I think we got one more visitor that's going to come and join us for a few minutes. We ran a little long with Eric, but joining us at this time is Lone Star, the current majority owner of Blue Collar Wrestling. And I'm just going to come out and say what's on my mind. We've known each other a long time, and I'm not afraid to ask a question. How can you make a man that is not cleared to wrestle, how can you make them wrestle? That's like illegal.
No, it's not. In this business, if you don't defend your title, regardless of what excuse you have, then that title can become vacated. And as the owner of the company, the majority owner, I have the power to do what I want. So I think that,
So when you got hurt, you should be really thankful that they let you come back, is what you're saying.
When did I get hurt?
You got hurt. You've had to take some time away.
Possibly. It's been minimal, I'm sure, because I'm just that kind of a super athlete. I just don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Wow. And I thought about wearing boots, but I guess I should have.
Is it getting a little deep in here?
It's getting real deep in here. So, there's some kid mocking you.
No, I'm not mocking me. It says Lone Star wannabe. See, Chuck Norris wants to be like me.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it says.
I see.
Read through the fine print, man. It's pretty evident.
Yeah, well, okay. Hey, it's however you want to read it, right?
Absolutely.
So, what's going on in the life of Lone Star? Obviously, you're enjoying the power that you have. You definitely use it, and to an extreme at times. But so what's going on with Lone Star?
I would never use power to get anything. I don't have to.
You
Things
just did
come to me.
with Tony Stetson.
No. That was business.
And he has 30 days.
Business.
He has 30 days.
And he has said in the past, he's a fighting champion. He's not afraid of me. He'll defend it at any point, anytime, anywhere. He has said that. I'm just making him do, what he said he'll do.
So if he's not legally cleared to wrestle via the commission, how can you
just disregard commission rules.
Maybe I didn't see a doctor's excuse, did you? And he can't produce
Well,
one.
it's not
I asked
my
him.
business to see him.
I asked him to give me a doctor's excuse. He couldn't give me one, therefore he'll fight tonight or he's fired. He's done.
All right, I'll give you that. If he doesn't produce the doctor's release, then I see why you did what you did. I don't agree with it. I think it's chicken crap, but you know me.
Big words there, Ken.
Well,
you know,
I was going to go a little deeper, but
Hey.
there are kids listening.
You know, you might want to go back to the ring. There's going to be some action in there. Not over here. Watch the ring. I'm out.
All right, Lone Star, everybody, thanks for joining us. Appreciate him taking the time out of his busy schedule to join us. And here we are back. And, there's Lug Wrench.
Yeah, I came in just in time to hear you trashing my friend Lone Star.
Hey,
Chi-Town Ken.
Lone Star and I have been friends for many, many years, and we talked about this when we were in the studio having a conversation that we're friends, but we don't have to agree on everything.
He's the 51% owner of BCW.
For now. Everything is temporary.
Well, I just think you should have a little more respect for the 51% owner.
He knows exactly where I'm coming from. He doesn't have a problem with it.
We sent a guy up with our mobile camera doing some filming.
Check it out.
Yeah, we're not streaming it.
No,
we're just
we're
doing
not ready
some
to
filming
do that.
see how it turns out.
Yeah. Just kind of do a dry run test with it without going live. We'll look at the video and see what you can do with it.
It's got a pistol grip like a gun on it.
Wow.
Hey, should he have that light on it, Ripon Roche? Ripon Roche says he don't need no light.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
We got
one way
Sideshow
or
in
the
there.
other. And now Sideshow wants everybody wants the microphone tonight.
Oh, Sideshow's got a special song for Big V.
Oh.
Here comes Big V. Oh, it's Big V's birthday. They're singing him happy birthday.
Yes, it is.
Here he comes. He's got a sign. He's got Bob.
Oh, Bob's got a
He
chair.
says, "Where's Meat?" He's got a sign that says, "Where's Meat?" Yeah, Meat's not here this week.
I didn't see that part of it. I saw the part that said happy birthday.
Yeah, it says something, "Where's Meat?" on the other side.
Oh, there you
Where's
go.
the meat?
Yeah. So I'm a little confused on what's supposed to happen with this match. I see it's Big V and Sideshow versus Kane James and D-Mob. So that sounds like a 2-on-3. Because it's not D-Mob, DeMarcus James, and C.J. Edwards?
I think they are.
So if
But
you add
Kane James is only like half a wrestler, and DeMarcus isn't that big either, neither is CJ, so it's
Well,
probably they're
yeah.
making it even.
DeMarcus James is an incredible
Oh, I'm not taking nothing away from the guy. He's one of the greatest wrestlers here in BCW. But going by size, pound for pound, you weigh him up. I bet Sideshow and V still outweigh the three of these guys.
Oh, I'm sure they do. But as you should know by now, size isn't always everything.
And this is only Kane James' second match here in BCW.
But he's been training. He's been training for quite some time. I mean, look who he's got for a dad, DeMarcus. You know he's been training. So maybe Big V and Sideshow requested the 3-on-2.
I wouldn't surprise me. They're tough guys.
Well, and they're a little off-center, too.
Now, I assume this probably isn't for the tag team titles.
I don't know. The card that I have does not say one way or the other. I don't see how it could be if it's a 3-on-2. And then we have a fan not watching the matches. She's turning around and facing us. Must be so you're damn good looking.
I think she likes you, Ken.
Oh, I was going to say it's you.
She's got a thing that says Lone Star Wannabe.
Yeah, with a
And they're
picture of Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, and they got the eyes cut out of him.
Yeah.
They handed them out to all these fans. Maybe she doesn't like the people that are in this match.
Well, that could very well be.
The possibilities are endless of why she could be turned around like that.
Very true.
You know her, Ken?
Somebody likes you.
Some old lady just went by and waved at me. I have no idea who she is.
Yeah.
I thought she was waving at you, Ken.
Nope, she was waving at you. I was going to ask if that was your mom.
No, not my mom. Got DeMarcus James out here now and C.J. Edwards.
And Kane James.
Haven't seen C.J. Edwards in a couple weeks here. He's been kind of moonlighting a little bit here, in and out at BCW.
Well, he's talented. He gets booked at quite a few places.
Yeah, he wrestles all over the Northwest.
Now CJ pushing Kane James towards Big Vicious, and neither one of them, he or CJ, want anything to do with Big Vicious. But Big Vicious got out of the ring so they could make their presence known. And DeMarcus James glad-handing everybody around the ring. It's been a fairly exciting night tonight, a pretty exciting night.
Yeah, there's been some action.
Yes, there has.
Oh, wait. That red-headed lady's taking off with Lovejoy. That's one of Lovejoy's women. What's Tex Thompson doing?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what he's
Probably
doing.
telling Lovejoy to get back in the locker room where he belongs.
I'll tell you what he's doing. Chi-Town Ken Stillwell.
Yes?
He's over. I see his wheels turning. He's contemplating his next move, his next Tex Thompson screw job. Just a matter of time.
Come on.
He's trying to figure out a way to infiltrate that tight-knit army, that tight-knit business that Lone Star
working
runs.
to get his company back under his full control.
Well, I don't know if that's the best place for it.
Well, I sure didn't see Lone Star's name on any contract, so I don't know how he pulled it off. But he did.
And
I mean, that's a fact.
Exactly, and that's why not have a better person like that. There's no person better to be running the company.
Oh, give me a break. In the words of the great Monsoon, the Gorilla Monsoon, give me a break.
Did he say that?
Yes, he used to say that all the time. Kevin Brandt standing here. Want to sit down? Is that all right?
Oh, he was trilling for a microphone.
Yeah. Unless you don't want him here.
No,
I'll chase him off.
Kevin's welcome.
All right.
How you doing?
There he is.
Great show tonight.
Yeah.
Great show tonight.
Yes.
I'm enjoying it. This is going to be one hell of a match here.
Yeah, I'm...
now, this Kane guy, he's a young kid, but I heard he's pretty good.
He's DeMarcus' son.
Really?
Yeah, Kane James.
They did not know that. That's a cool name.
Yeah, Kane James.
How's Mr. Stillwell been?
Doing pretty good. You know, we were talking earlier about our
health issues.
Issues, and
well, you get a certain age, and you know, hearts and things, and
yeah.
But I'm glad to say mine came out okay, and you're doing better. You're looking good now, Ken.
Well,
You're looking
thank
really
you.
good.
I've lost a little weight.
How's Lug Wrench doing over there?
Oh, not too bad. We got an internet troll on our
what's the internet
webcam.
Really?
Yeah.
Talking smack.
One of those guys that just doesn't have a life, doesn't have nothing better to do than sit and talk garbage, and he can't be here in person. And
oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, we won't even mention his name.
We will not mention that name. But God, it's classic.
Is it really
anyway?
Him? Is it really him?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He says, and it's funny because he types that stuff, and then it's there for everybody in the world to see.
Well, at least we know he can type now.
Which shows his mental acuity.
Well, let's forget that guy right now. Let's talk about this match that's going on right now.
There you go. Best
one
idea
of my
I've heard.
favorite refs, sign guy.
Yes.
We got the new kid, Kane James.
He looks good. For his age, he looks pretty good.
He had his first match here last week at BCW.
You know who I really liked? The opening of the show was Aries.
Yeah, that
guy was good.
Aries is coming along quite well.
I mean, he got the crowd going. He knows how to work. He gave Atkins a run for his money.
He did.
Until Petrov ran in there.
Right. And I'm not sure where Toretto's head is right now. He seems to be associating, in my opinion, with the wrong people.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you got Vicious and Sideshow. And those guys right there, I don't wrestle, either do you.
No.
But those are two guys I wouldn't want to go against.
No, I wouldn't.
Don't shake his hand. He doesn't know how to do that.
They're too big, but more importantly, they are way too unpredictable.
Exactly.
You have no idea what's going to come
So
at
this is
you.
a handicap match thing?
Well, it must
It
be.
is. Like I was telling Ken earlier, these guys probably still outweigh the three of DeMarcus, Kane, and
I think Big
CJ.
Vicious by himself outweighs all three of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty close. Vicious
I want to
comes in at about 305.
I want to wish Vicious a happy birthday.
Yes.
And Mr. Dan Klosser a happy birthday.
Yes.
A lot of birthday people here tonight. I see everybody holding the Chuck Norrises. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's called, they say Chuck Norris wannabe.
Yeah, exactly. So no one can beat Chuck Norris.
No, but Lone Star thinks.
Lone Star got a long way to go. What? I'm gone for about 2 months. I got things, I'm busy doing things, traveling, and now he's in here.
Majority owner.
How'd that happen?
Nobody seems to know.
He's a very smart individual.
Smart. He seems like an ass. I mean, the fans loved him. Now all of a sudden it's like he's like the most hated person in here.
He's turned into a jerk.
He has turned the company around, Ken.
How can you say that?
Look at the crowds. Look at the matches. We've had outstanding
It's
matches.
not Lone Star that's putting these people in the seats.
It's Lone Star and Lone Star's managerial skills. Lone Star's tutelage.
No, it's
Wait,
the boys
wait.
in the ring that put the butts in the
Managerial
seats.
skills. What are you talking about?
Well, the whole
He
package.
can't even manage a checkbook, let alone his guys.
He didn't put butts in the seats. The boys in the ring that bust their butts.
These guys right here are the ones that are making these seats full.
That's right. That's right. Lone Star has very little to do with that part of it.
Vicious just about broke CJ in half with that.
CJ's a great wrestler, but he's
yeah.
going against a big man. And that's what it's going to take is moves like that.
Yes, he's going to have to be a lot quicker. Oh, a nice drop kick right into the chest of Big Vicious.
He's got him down to his size now.
Oh, and then a big butt bump.
Now he's really down. This is his level. He's done.
Uh-oh. Right into the, almost the stomach. A little higher than the stomach, but
that was
below
nice.
the rib cage.
That was nice.
Now he's trying to drag Vicious to the ring.
Well, you have to try to get the big guy down. Uh-oh. Maybe that was a mistake.
Oh, Vicious is mad.
And now nobody wants to tag with CJ. As CJ gets thrown into the corner of Vicious and Sideshow. Tag made.
This is not good.
Nope, Vicious stomping away. And now Sideshow stomping away. Oh, CJ Edwards gets away, tags in DeMarcus.
Is this only the semi-main event?
Yes.
Wow.
It is.
This would be a main event.
Yeah, Stetson via Lone Star has been told, injury or not, Stetson must defend his title against Lone Star or be fired.
Well, that's not right.
You should have seen Tony Stetson last week, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, God, they messed him up. He didn't know where he was at.
Well, that's not fair. You're going to fight a crippled man so you have a better chance of winning.
He came out for birthday cake, and he was in cuckoo land.
The only stand that Lone Star has on this is, well, I asked him for a doctor's release and he couldn't produce one. Well, dummy, maybe he doesn't have a doctor's release because he's not released.
Exactly. And I have to say something about Sign Guy. He's in there with all the big guys, man.
He's almost disappears in there.
Yes. This is one of those matches you might want to have two refs in there. I mean,
yeah.
There's Kane's in the ring now. Kane James, is that what it is?
Kane James.
Almost like King James, only Kane James.
Yes.
DeMarcus in the ring now, laying it on Sideshow.
And you can't take anything away from DeMarcus.
Oh, no.
The guy's a phenomenal talent.
Hey, grabbing his hair.
Vicious pulling him off a Sideshow.
You know, when I ran years ago, you know this, when I ran CPW, we gave DeMarcus a lot of these guys a chance.
Yes.
And look where they've done great.
And DeMarcus as well wrestles all over the Northwest.
Yes, exactly. I remember when we brought in Rikishi. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So
I remember working a show with Rikishi. I have a picture of myself standing next to Rikishi, and he's holding up his wrestling tights.
And they're covering you.
Oh, pretty much.
I love the fact that he gave the stink face to Little Nasty Boy. Big butt, little midget, man. That was awesome.
Yeah. And I've seen him give one to Big Ugly.
Yep.
Which wasn't necessary because he's already ugly.
But the best thing about the
now
whole
he's
deal
butt ugly.
The best thing about the whole Rikishi thing, and we'll get back to this, is that after the show, we're actually partying with him at Rock and Roll Pizza till 2, 3 in the morning. He was buying everybody drinks and food, and he was a great guy. Him and Tonga Kid.
Yes, Tonga Kid, Sammy, I love that guy to death. You know,
and I'm still in touch with Rikishi, and one of these days I'm hoping to bring him back.
Nice. Let me know when you do. I'd love to
oh,
come out.
CJ up off the top rope. Well, I'll make sure you're there, man.
Yeah, thank you. I'd love to be there. But a lot of those guys that get brought in, no matter what the promotion are, they seem to be very kind.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the whole thing.
Honky Tonk, man, just sit down and talk to him. It's hysterical.
He's hilarious. Uh-oh, look at that. Kane and CJ in there.
Got a double team going on here.
Nice double drop kick. Nobody wants to be in the ring with Vicious.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think Kane knows what to do if he doesn't have somebody holding his hand there.
Oh, nice elbow.
Back elbows.
Get him out of the ringside, guy.
Now pull him to your side of your corner.
See? That's how you manage somebody. Hear him?
I've done that before.
I know. You tell him, get him on that corner and work on him there. Don't let him back over there by Vicious.
That's right. You cut the ring in half. But, and I was talking with Eric Hansen earlier, you know, Buff Bagwell and D'Lo Brown, who I still communicate with.
Oh, when they came in for BAW?
Oh, they got the kid.
They were great. Oh,
yes.
They got the kid. They got
Sideshow and Vicious got the kid in the corner.
Oh, he's in trouble now.
He's in big trouble.
Get over there and help him.
This is just going to be a mauling.
Just go in there and get him.
Yeah.
Oh, no, big Vicious.
Oh, what a club.
He's not going to get back up.
I think he broke that kid's back.
Very easily could have.
I think he ate one of those kids for breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to hurt. Big size 14 on your head like that?
Yeah.
He's just enjoying his birthday.
Well, that could be, but there are other ways to celebrate a birthday.
Maybe that's what this is. This is a birthday present for Big Vicious.
It's his party, I guess.
Right. I still talk to Rex King fairly often.
I like Rex
still
King.
talk to Mike Miller once in a while.
And I heard not too long ago you guys had Marty Jannetty here. I heard that was great.
Yes.
Tex was telling me that he was a great guy.
Yes, he is. And he sat down with us right where
and
you're
Stuart
sitting.
Russell's pretty good for being 54 or whatever. And
Yep.
You know, some people need to be reminded of these guys who brought all these other guys around.
Yep. Side slam by a Sideshow. Sorry.
These guys are, and that's right. These guys are working indie shows. Bring them in, you know.
Yeah.
Show them the history of all the old, you know, all the old NWA wrestlers and WWE, all them guys.
You know, not all of them are money grubbers and demand an exorbitant payday to come in.
I mean, we brought in
we being DOA.
Well, yeah, but I didn't want to, you know, I'm just saying we brought in Finley, and he was great, and didn't charge an arm and a leg.
Right, nice.
And Davey Richards, you know.
Yeah, and Davey Richards now is exploding on Impact.
Yes, so it's nice, but my philosophy is still you got to promote the local guys. You want to bring guys in, yeah, but you want to keep as many of the Northwest favorites in there as
They
you can.
got Gangrel as a regular in the WC Bills.
Yeah, well, they can have him, I guess. I don't care. I'm just saying is that you want to support as much of your local talent as you can.
Right.
The fans see these guys every week.
It's looking real bad for Kane James right now.
It does. And two of the bigger stars now, we talked about Davey Richards making it big in TNA right now on Impact. I've called his matches. I've introduced him in the ring, and Daniel Bryanson.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan. Or these guys all got their start in independent wrestling. And it's your time to come out here and see these guys and women before they become famous.
Yes.
And then it's going to be impossible for you to even talk to them.
Yeah. And then it turns into, from the fan, I coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
They're going to have to get him out of there.
Wait, Sideshow's rolling him over on top of him.
And he has.
He's just getting him. He wants to have him a taste like he's going to get a victory. I know Sideshow. He guy's nuts.
He just about killed that kid. He flipped him over head first into the turnbuckle.
I saw that. I thought he was done. And he tried to push that kid through the mat.
I also like to say a good crowd tonight, considering the Blazers are playing in the playoffs tonight. But this is a good crowd tonight.
It is a good crowd. But that's two different fan bases, too.
I know, but there are some fans who do go to here but also go to the Blazers. So.
Well, yeah.
So you'd have more people here if it wasn't for them Blazers.
Yeah, that's it. And a pay-per-view. There's
What
the
pay-per-view?
TNA Impact
I don't even watch those. I have the other channel now.
Well, I have that one, too. But I prefer
Look at that.
TNA.
They cannot get I like the women on TNA. They can actually wrestle.
Vicious and V, double teaming Kane James.
Finally.
DeMarcus
Now they
CJ
come
both
in.
in to come break it up.
And there's Sign Guy trying to see. Look at that. Now they're going to work on him more because he's trying to help those guys.
Right. They should have stayed in there. They shouldn't have allowed
He
Sign
may
Guy
not.
to push
He
him
may not be
around.
able to wrestle again next week. What are they doing to him?
They're going to hurt him.
What are they doing to his head?
I don't know, but they're going to hurt him.
Are they shaving his head?
Well, I don't think so.
Well, they're
I
putting some kind of
think he's got pretty
kind of
short hair.
gel
now.
or something in his hair.
They cut him up.
I don't know, but they're doing something. Oh, I think he put paint in his face.
Well, paint or he's bleeding.
This don't look good.
Not at all. Oh, he's trying to fight back, but he's basically still a rookie.
The fans won't get out of the way. I can't tell what's going on. Sideshow's got blood all over his hand.
It's blood or it's paint, and I don't know. I have a feeling it's blood.
I'm going to stand up for a minute, guys. I'm going to look.
Oh, laces across the eyes. And Sign Guy's still breaking it up. And
Oh, he hit him with Bob's chair. Right over the head.
Then the kid's done.
I think he's got some kind of a cut right in the middle of his head up here on the top,
Yeah.
where his hair is. I think that's where he got cut at.
Uh-oh. Well, that's
So
not
it
a
looks
good
like
place
he's
to get
bleeding up
cut.
there.
Oh, what power.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh.
it just splashes him down.
They are killing him here. They should stop this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the kid, obviously, he wants to continue, but he can't continue.
No, that bear hug there.
Now,
Big
see,
V
you
hug.
don't see blood there, so maybe it's just red paint. Either that or he hit his head when he hit his head on the turnbuckle and backwards.
Well, like I said, it was right near the very top, and he has that head of
Yeah.
hair, so it's hard to see.
Yeah.
Like me, it would be it.
Yeah, right.
Or if he had blonde hair.
Well, yeah. I have to say this is not an exciting match.
This is nothing more than a mugging. on
Exactly.
this kid.
Exactly. It's not a match. They're just killing the young kid. They don't even let the other guys get in the ring.
You want to be a pro wrestler, kid?
Yep, it's a good lesson for him.
Welcome to the business, boy. That's the way they say it, you know. Welcome to the business.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that's the way to do it.
Sideshow's just hammering away with the
Sideshow
elbow.
and Vicious, you know, that's the way they do it.
Here comes CJ, though.
He's a young man, and they're going to say, you want to be part of this business, young man? Then this is what we're going to do.
And again, Side Guy putting CJ back in the corner.
Yeah.
Well, Side Guy's got to pick on these guys, too.
Yeah. You know, I'm all for paying dues. I believe in paying dues.
You have, I have, everybody has.
Right. But this is not the right way.
But not lug wrench yet.
I think,
No.
We'll take care of that.
Yeah.
I think Sideshow was biting the kid in the head.
Well, that could
Oh,
be
he
too.
could have pinned him, and he picked him up.
Yeah, he just wants to
He
brutalize
just wants
this
to
kid
torture
some
him
more.
now.
Yeah, he's just brutalizing the kid.
Man, I feel sorry for this kid. I really do. I mean, I like a good wrestling match, and there's matches where you bring weapons and stuff like that, and there's blood. But this guy's a young kid, and he wasn't up for this.
No, he
He
not.
thought he was going to be in a wrestling match, and they're killing him out here.
Yeah. And he ducks out of the way, and Sideshow and Vicious
Come on,
collide.
make your way, come on.
Oh,
there
it
you
does.
go.
C.J. Edwards in now.
Off the top rope.
That kid's
Backs up.
He's
Just keeps backing up. Vicious doesn't take him off his feet.
He's having a hard time trying to get up.
Drop show now. Double team.
He's having a hard time trying to get up.
DeMarcus James and C.J. Edwards, couple of back elbows, still does not take Vicious off his feet.
Now, see, that sign guy's not doing his job there either.
No, he's not. But maybe he thought the kid got enough mugging that he's going to let some of this go. I don't know.
Could be. Oh, nice.
Springboard.
Nice.
Springboard moonsault.
Count. Where was he?
Oh, he was really slow getting there. And that is not like Sign Guy.
I think he was eating a hot dog or something.
You'd think that's not like Sign Guy at all.
No, usually he's right there.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying I like watching Sign Guy as a ref.
I mean, this guy travels the country as a ref.
I heard he was just in Indianapolis not too long ago.
Yeah.
So.
But knee to the face. But is he going to be able
Oh, wait,
to drop?
you're kidding me. There's a big guy here, CJ.
That's 305 pounds he's going to pick up.
CJ going for the suplex.
No,
not gonna
Vicious
happen.
isn't going to let him.
It's a thing called physics.
And, but he just goes over, and he tags in the kid again.
Again, he's ready.
Comes the kid off the top rope.
Well, he's got heart.
Just right. Vicious caught him.
It's over. Nope, here it is.
Oh, double drop kick. They dump him down on top of Big V.
That was, a fast count, young man.
Yes,
I'll tell you right
yes,
now.
it was.
They stole that one.
Yeah, I'll give you that one there, lug wrench.
I didn't see Sign Guy in his game much tonight, but
he's usually a lot more on things.
Anyway, I want to thank you guys for letting me sit on a match. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
I'm going to probably come next week, check out what's going on, and I don't have another show with my company until May 10th, so I'm going to come out and hang out here with you guys.
Well, you can be part of...
you got one coming up on a Saturday, don't you?
Saturday, May 10th.
Awesome.
So, and we know that we did the Saturday because there wasn't really Sundays available, and we knew you guys were running that Sunday. So
Terry going to charge me to get in?
I don't know. I won't, but I don't know the door.
I'll ride with you.
You don't want to support the business?
I always support the business.
He's talking to me.
Oh.
I'm poor. I'm old on a fixed income.
Jeez. I'm not. Anyway,
I'm just going to tell him I know Kevin Brandt.
All right. Thank you,
They'll
guys.
let me in.
Thank you very much.
And if you're here next week, be my guest on Between the Ropes during intermission.
I will do that. You guys have a nice night. I think Legit's coming back, so I'm going to let him have his mic if that's what he wants to do.
Well, it's not his mic to have.
Well, whatever he wants to do.
No.
No. Okay, whatever you
Lug
want.
Wrench wants.
Lug Wrench.
Lug
Wrench. You said Lug Wrench.
No, I said Lug Wrench.
You guys take care.
See you later.
See you, Kevin.
Kevin Brandt, everybody.
So they got main event, Tony Stetson going against Lone Star.
Having to defend his title against Lone Star.
The 51% owner of BCW.
Wants to beat up a man that's been injured.
Not just an owner. He doesn't just assume the responsibilities of owning and running the company. He also comes out and wrestles.
Big deal.
It's a lot of work.
I don't know. Tex did it for many years.
I like the way all these fans all have their little Lone Star faces.
Well, these fans will take anything you give them for free. Well, here's the main event, folks. Get ready. This main event is being brought to you by all of our sponsors.
Yes.
Name your sponsors.
Well, I got Malibu's Bar and Grill. Helps us put on the show here at BCW, or on Knowles Bard, on Couve Radio, and Patty's Home Plate as well.
Yes, and Peninsula Station Mailbox, Big Kahuna's Barbecue and Catering, Louie's Pizza and Catering, Vinny's Pizza, Nova Tattoo Studio, and the Western Meat Market, which are all in the St. John's area, on Lombard, or on Ivanhoe in the case of Vinny's Pizza. So we thank you all for being sponsors of Blue Collar Wrestling and sponsors of Couve Radio.
Oh, here comes Lone Star. Oh, look at his shirt. That's cool. 51%.
Yeah, I'm sure he's feeling pretty proud of himself.
You know, I don't see Damon Sight here this week, though.
Nah, maybe he had to work, or maybe his girlfriend wouldn't let him out.
Yeah, it's hard telling. Hopefully he'll be back in the house next week. These fans sure love Lone Star.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Brandt and I go back probably 20 years, I think. Maybe a little less than that.
Yeah, I know both you guys are getting up there a ways.
Yeah, we've known each other a long time. And this is for the belt.
Tony Stetson. Stetson don't look happy. I wonder how he's feeling after he got conked in the head last week.
He probably isn't feeling all that great. He's probably not feeling all that great being forced to have to wrestle.
He should feel great.
Did you get any good shots out there?
I got some great
how's
shots
that
out
camera
there.
work?
That camera worked wonderfully well, Ken.
Nice.
Now, did you try the light on it or anything? I think it's got that fancy light on it as well.
I felt that it didn't really need the light on it.
Okay.
And the light would drain your battery unless it's operated from some sort of separate electrical source.
We can't divulge that information on the air.
That's fine.
But it's got power. It's got power, plenty of power, Scotty.
The aperture adjusts in the ISO. If it does have an ISO, I'm assuming it does.
I don't know what any of that means.
No, that's
but
okay.
It sounds like
it means that no matter how dim it is, it looked all right.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you think it's a decent camera?
I thought it was a very decent camera.
Awesome.
I think it was a steal. Not to say you stole it.
No, but the price he paid might as well be a steal.
No, but we better watch it because DeMarcus James and C.J. Edwards are in the building, and they might try to steal it.
Well, they've already stole a victory tonight.
They did.
In a great match.
I didn't see much of a wrestling match. It looked more like a thugging.
It was awesome.
It was, but it was great. It was very enjoyable.
I can't wait
for
to
me
check
to
out,
shoot.
I can't wait to check out the footage. Thank you for that, by the way.
I did miss the end. Sign guy got in the way.
Uh-oh.
That'll happen. I tried to move and I missed it.
Sign guy had a tough job in there.
He did.
Oh, Mr. 51% here is going after one of the kids in the front row.
Is this for the title?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Great.
Yes, it is.
As well it should be. Lone Star did get robbed, and you saw that last. You saw that Chi-Town Ken Stillwell.
And the professional that he is, Pearl Harbor's Tony Stetson.
Whatever it takes to win. And I think we, in the 21st
Heart
century,
punch.
we refer to that as 9/11ing someone, not Pearl Harboring.
I see.
Now.
Looked like he was
9/11.
setting Stetson up for a heart punch, but he hit him in the ribs instead.
Oh, hard shot from Lone Star.
Stetson's gonna have to dig deep for this one tonight.
Did he end up with a concussion?
Yes.
From that chair shot?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he did.
They brained him last week.
He does not have a doctor's release.
Well, he's a fighting champion.
That doesn't matter if you're under doctor's orders.
So you're admitting he is a paper champion like I've been saying the last couple of weeks?
I'm not admitting that at all.
Why
I'm
don't
saying
you?
he's legitimately hurt and shouldn't be made to compete.
That's what I told him, man. I'm like, man up. Step up. If you're going to have the belt, step up and defend it. That's the way I feel. And Lone Star, he has no problem coming out and fighting when he had the belt.
Yeah, but he didn't fight when he was hurt either. He took time away.
When was Lone Star ever hurt?
Several times.
He's like Superman, Ken.
Yeah, okay.
Can't hurt Lone Star.
Yeah, okay.
Well, every man is prone to injury, and this
Well-
is professional wrestling. Don't forget that.
What's he going to do here? He's sizing up.
Show me
Stetson.
a pro wrestler that's never been hurt, and I'll tell you he's never had a match.
So this should be a walk in the park for Lone Star tonight.
Yeah, I would think so. A guy with a concussion and can't defend himself.
This is great. Look, he's taking the night off.
Do you
Something wrong
guys
with
want
that?
to sit next to each other and hold hands, sing Kumbaya or something?
No.
No.
We did that last night.
Oh, I think Stetson's fighting back.
Well, it's out of necessity. I mean, he's not going to just lay down for Lone Star.
Lone Star's looking at his head thinking maybe he might have cut him open, and I think it just pissed him off. Gives a hard shot to the side of the jaw of
Win, lose, or
Tony
draw,
Stetson.
this match states very loudly that Stetson is a fighting champion.
I will agree with that, actually. If he actually puts up a fight here at some point, I will agree with that.
Well, I think he's putting up as much a fight as he possibly can.
The fans are loudly behind him. And Lone Star's just methodically picking him apart.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to dig a little deeper if he wants to hold on to that title.
I think Lone Star's got this covered.
I think he does.
That's
I
great.
mean, making a man wrestle when he's hurt and he's the champion. He might as well have just gone into the locker room and stole the championship.
He doesn't need to still.
No, he's going to beat a man when he's hurt.
And let's face it, he's the owner of the company, and it's his belt.
He's
so how
part
can
owner.
you steal from yourself?
He may be the majority owner, but he's not the owner.
He's the majority owner. He's the owner. He's
Doesn't
lucky.
matter.
Tex Thompson's lucky he's even allowed in the building tonight.
Oh, please.
That'd be something else to get Tex Thompson out of here.
Well, I would say it's nice to have an impartial referee in there like Sign Guy.
I don't know. He didn't look too impartial his last match. There was
a lot of action going on in there. It's hard to keep track.
I don't know. He
Tempers were
surprised
flaring.
me. He surprised me a lot.
They treated that kid like a piece of meat. Did you ever see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? That's what I kind of felt like watching them just meticulously
Now, was he cut on the head,
James.
or was it face paint from...
That was some face paint that Sideshow pulled out. I don't know why. I think it confused everyone in the building what was going on with that.
Yeah.
He should have maybe chose a color other than red. Because this isn't the WWE. These guys bleed, they bleed for real here.
Wow. Stetson somehow got a burst of energy there and rolled up Lone Star. Got a 2 count out of it.
Now Lone Star getting on Sign Guy's case.
I have just been informed by the owner, Tex Thompson, that the YouTube belt will start being fought for beginning next Sunday night. And don't forget, in June, and following each month after that, the first Friday of every month will be here. Instead of the first
June
Sunday,
6th. Correct.
Instead of the first Sunday of every month, it'll be the first Friday of every month, and then the other Sundays will follow.
So tell me this then, Chi-Town Ken Stillwell. What exactly happened with that YouTube belt?
I couldn't tell you.
Now,
I have no
was
idea.
who was the current YouTube BCW YouTube champion? And that YouTube title, it's kind of like a TV title back in the day, but we don't have as many wrestling promotions on TV. A lot of stuff ends up on YouTube, so they made a YouTube title. But
yeah, I don't know.
You guys should
to be honest, I never paid much
It
attention
was
to
actually Lasso Garibai won that title in a battle royal here in BCW.
I think we should start a Daily Motion title. You guys will do Daily Motion? I like Daily Motion.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, what about Vimeo? The Vimeo title.
But Garibai actually won that title, and I believe we haven't seen him since he won that
well,
title.
I know Petrov held it for a little while.
He did.
Hell,
He did a
Sign
couple
Guy
times.
held it for a little while.
So did Bob.
The Sign Guy also holds the Red Tube title.
Right. Yes, the Red Tube title.
The Sign Guys held that for quite a while, actually.
But yeah, I'm curious to what happened to Garibai.
I'm curious to how much longer Lone Star is going to toy with Tony Stetson like a cat does with a mouse.
He's gonna beat on him a little longer.
My cat actually caught a mouse last week and brought it into the house and toyed with it for quite a while before killing it. And that's what this looks like to me.
Wait, now, is Lone Star having issues, or is he mocking Tony
no,
Stetson?
it's with that headbutt.
Ah. Oh.
Tony's wife looks very
Stetson's
upset.
fighting back.
Did you see Tony's wife walk by? She looked very upset. Very upset.
Well, I don't think
You're kind of
it's
making my heart
this-
feel bad now for seeing Tony go through
I'm
this.
not so sure it's much of this match. I know that.
Well, I know Tony. She
she's
was
had
with
some
Tony in the
things on-
hospital, right?
Yeah, but she's had some things on her mind lately.
It's got to be hell on her watching her husband get this terrible beating.
I know. I can't believe I'm starting to feel bad.
I'm not. I'm with the 51%.
Well, that's where the smart money is.
I've been trying to tell Chi-Town Ken here to get down with the 51%, but he doesn't see things the same way I do. Oh, Stetson's fighting back. Shoots him off of the rope.
Spine buster by Stetson. That might be all he has left in the tank.
But look, Stetson hurt himself too.
Well, he's hurt to begin with, so everything he does is going to hurt.
It probably hurts him to wake up and look in the mirror in the morning. He's still moving, though. He's crawling over there towards Lone Star. Lone Star needs to get up and finish him off.
Punch to the face by Tony. Another punch to Lone Star's noggin.
Those are closed fists. Sign guy should call that.
I agree.
A fist is a closed hand. You can't have a closed fist.
I don't know. I think I could hit you with an open fist.
That would be a slap.
What if I just keep my hand partially closed like this?
That's still a fist.
But it's not a closed fist.
There needs to be terminology for between like half a fist and half a slap.
Yeah,
is that what you're grasping for there?
Like a
Matt?
near miss? Isn't a near miss a hit?
It's a
unless we're
near
playing
hit.
baseball. Foul tip. Now Lone Star going back to work on Tony Stetson.
Yeah, both men have just been kind of slugging away at each other. It looks like Lone Star's getting a little bit of a second wind here.
There is no way Tony Stetson is walking out of this. with the heavyweight title. Maybe, well,
Tony's telling him, bring it on.
Bring it on.
And Lone Star does.
This kid is sick.
Oh, big slap to the side of the face. I love it.
Oh, and the crowd goes silent. And now they're back.
Like, look what the 51% can do for you, Tony Stetson. Slap.
See, I don't know what Tony's doing, hanging out with these
Goes
schmucks.
for the cover, hooks the leg. Oh, and a very close to being over. But Tony Stetson, by instinct alone, probably was able to kick out.
You got to give him respect for hanging in there.
See, another headbutt, and it also rattles Lone Star.
And works on that previous injury.
There's got to be a time when you just want to throw in the towel, though. We got a towel, Chi-Town, Ken? We should go throw a towel in there.
Well, you would, but I wouldn't.
You're going to let him get beat like this?
Lone Star has a crossface on Tony. And Tony is pulling it
over.
over.
He rolls it over.
Hitting predicament.
Oh.
2 count only. Right back into the crossface. Tony's not going to get to the ropes. He's square in the middle of the ring.
He's got him now pulling back. I think he's got him by the forehead. Maybe you can see it better than I can. All I can really see is back and one hand.
Crossface.
And Tony's head.
The crippler crossface.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh, he's
That's
submitted.
it. Sign guy calling for the bell.
I
It's
know, I
over.
think Tony passed out. He can't continue.
I hear him still screaming. He's not passed out.
He's out.
He gave up.
That's awesome.
Out.
He gave up. He quit.
Whatever
He quit.
you want
He's a
to
quitter.
pretend in your little fairy mind.
Just like he was. I'm not a fairy, Ken.
I said your fairy mind. You know.
What are you alluding
Stardust
to? This is
sprinkling.
professional wrestling. There's nothing gay about it, all right?
Hey, look, Tony Stetson's old lady's crying.
Except
I don't know
that's
what
awesome.
you're talking about.
Exotic Adrian Street.
He's
That's
out.
awesome.
He is out. So Lone Star sets him up to win himself back the title, as Stetson could no longer compete.
And the title is back where it belongs, rightfully belongs, around the waist of Lone Star.
The 51%.
That's right, baby.
Gaining all the power here in BCW. I love this.
You've been watching Blue Collar Wrestling. We thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here next Sunday, same time. I'm Chi-Town Ken for Matt Mers and Lugwrench. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.